Reallyfe Street Stars. We here with Sidebar Management. What it is?
What's up?
Hey man, there's a lot of family thing going in there. Man, we got my boy in here, Pat. Man, what's up, man? Got my boy over here, man. Man,
What's up with him?
yes sir, man. Sidebar Management. For everybody that don't know, deaf, dumb, stupid, living up under a rock, man. Tell them how the organization began. First off, who are you? Let's start there.
I'm Courtney, part owner of Sidebar Management. Some know me by Legal Go-Getter, some know me by Buck, some know me by Buckshot. But most
Jesus,
know me by
how you get that one?
Buckshot.
Yeah, that sounds like
That's a long
that
story.
sounds like something else.
Yeah, we had to go into it. That's a whole nother interview right there.
Amen.
That was back in my prior life. No, we started out as a management company, and we started off by trying to build a bridge for artists. And as we were recruiting artists, we noticed all these roadblocks that we were running into as far as the services they needed, getting on shows, and just all this. So what we ended up doing was building everything within house so that we don't have to outsource to so many people. You know, like shows, I didn't like promoters, so we started doing our own thing. But, you know, we do a lot of events to where we're trying to put on for the culture, you know, as you know, behind the boards and other things. But that's what we started out. You know, a lot of people think we're a label. We're not a label, we're a management company. And we manage other artists, we provide service for artists, we do booking for artists, and work with a lot of names around here. We do a lot of things, man, everything in the entertainment business.
Well, let's definitely do it like this. I want everyone to be able to introduce themselves because you got a lot of artists up here, you know, and I know every one of these individuals have a whole story to tell. But let's go ahead and just introduce everybody if you don't mind.
I'm Golden Ego, female rapper.
Golden Eagle.
Ego.
I'm about to say Golden
Yeah,
Eagle.
Ego.
I need subtitles for that, man. That's dope as fuck. Definitely. And where you from?
I'm originally from Shreveport, Louisiana, but I've been staying up here since I was 9.
Okay,
but
so yeah.
So.
Shreveport, made Dallas Ray.
I'm Young Side. I'm from Denison, Texas.
Oh, Dennison in the building.
K-Wop. I'm from North Denison, Texas as well.
Wow, what's good with it? What's good?
Pat 903. I'm from Denison.
Yeah, you know, Pat put it down in the booth.
Paint. I'm from Denison too.
Blessings.
Dewan Gentry. I'm from Denison, Texas as well.
Hey, what do you do?
Man, I kind of do a lot of things.
You look like a man of many hats.
Yeah, I went to Texas A&M University, man. You know, these are all like brothers, little brothers, man. So play a little football. Degree is in marketing. And, man, pretty much I partnered up with Beeman, man. And we kind of just been rocking since. And, you know, we look out for the artists, man. That's pretty much our whole objective, man, is we really try to show love to these artists and kind of help them out and make moves for them.
Definitely. We're going to touch on that.
Talisha, another partner of Sidebar. I'm from Denison, Texas. I currently reside in the north end of Fort Worth, and I am pretty much the silent partner. I'm behind the scenes. I'm doing paperwork, registration, submissions.
Silent T, you got to get loud.
Hey, I'm
You got
Jess
both mics.
Rock from Dallas, Texas, and I am the singer, the vocalist.
Definitely. Yeah, let's talk back to Courtney. I want to start with even the name of how it started, because, you know, sometimes when you're sitting and you're trying to think of, you know, what's going to take, you know, from zero to the $1 million company that, of course, is trying to attain to be, it starts with branding. And the name starts first. Like, you know, was this the first name that you landed on? Did you go through a couple? And was it like a argument between your co-founder?
Well, it actually came probably from the struggles in my life. I had a lot of legal troubles in my life. So you know how to judge Sidebar? You know the Sidebar?
Yeah.
So it's about turning that around. So the name is built on my legal troubles, but turning it into something positive. You know, I'm gonna take a sidebar, but it's gonna be the case gonna take another route.
Definitely. And when it comes to like building a business, you want to model it after something. You know, you want to see who's successful at doing something and kind of see like, hey, we're gonna try to do that, but do it better. Did you have someone personally or any of y'all, as far as trying to say, okay, I like the way that company or entity is doing it, we should model after that and kind of take it to another level?
Yeah, Rock Nation, QC, Diddy,
Hey,
Diddy,
the Mo3
Diddy,
signed to Rock Nation? Is that lies?
Rock Management. Yeah,
That's dope.
Rock Management. You know, QC. I like the way QC built. You know, I like the way they came up.
And when it comes to management itself, is it only right now artists, or are we going into, you know, athletes? Are we going into barbers? You know, just entertainers in general?
Actually, yeah, we matter of fact, Alicia, my business partner, her and my wife run Sidebar Sweethearts, which is the modeling agency, which, you know, book a bunch of people do for you guys. And pretty much it, man. Pretty much it.
Now I want you to tell the artist, because a lot of people don't know what the thing that a manager does or management does. They don't know what that means, or because they feel like you're supposed to give them money and help them fund their career. So what is the job of a management company?
The number one job for the manager is to make sure the money's straight. That's the number one job. That's the first thing. It's about making sure that the projects that the artist got is aligned correctly. It's about handling the artist's day-to-day functions, you know, interviews, release planning, production time, booking, all of that. When it comes to the money side, when we talk about money, no, the manager's not responsible for funding the artist. The manager's actually responsible for making sure the artist doesn't lose his money, making sure he doesn't spend the money in the right places. So if he has a certain budget, you know, hey, I only got $5,000, it's my job to take that $5,000 and make it work.
Because, you know, you hear about a lot of artists that get mad with their management, like, they're not doing enough for me, but they didn't have anything to begin with. So it's like, you got to understand what the role of a manager really is.
And I want to hear from the artist too, because, you know, that's one thing, you know, whenever you talk about management, you know, what does the artist expect from a management team? You know, what do you expect? And, you know, we can start with you, Go.
I mean, it's pretty much what he said. You know, the management is there to kind of put you in place and make sure everything is running smoothly, making sure that you're making the right decisions. With your money is basically, you know, getting that light shine on you. So that's why I think of a management.
Now, Pat, you've been in the game for a minute, doing your thing. What are some of the advantages to actually having management?
I wasn't doing nothing the right way, like at all. I could rap. I mean, I could sit there and write some shit that I know was jamming or rhyming, as some people say, or what people want to listen to, but I didn't know how to go and get it recorded professionally. I didn't know how to go and get it mixed and mastered, all that ends of it, the back end stuff, getting it sent and put on all these social media sites and all that to help. You know, I wasn't knowing none of that. I grew up thinking basically keep rapping, putting it on CDs and passing it out until they bump. You know what I'm saying? And I was far behind. Even though I was out here doing it, I was still behind in my mindset because I ain't know that end of it. So when I started linking up with managers that was showing me the other side of stuff, basically they just made me realize that I was worlds behind as far as production, and that's one of the things that was holding me back. I would go to a club and pass on my music or whatever it took to get them to play it, and when they play it in between other people's songs, mine would always sound like it wasn't right. I would always think it was the DJ or somebody hating. I would never accept the fact that it's because I recorded it at my partner's house, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. So that's why management came to help me, because business-wise, this is a business, as everybody know, and I didn't know the business end of nothing. So it is what it is.
Definitely not. And anyone else could touch on as far as with even with Sidebar, just management in general. How much influence should a manager have on an artist's, let's say, social media presence? You know, as far as whether they're posting enough, not enough, what they're doing. Oh, he handed it right up to. He said, there must be a story behind that pass.
Well, when Courtney first became my manager back in 2017, I didn't let him have access to my social media because I had been doing it on my own for so long. I was afraid, you know, even though we're kin, I was still just afraid, like, you know, I have a certain way when I post things. I like to be very authentic. I like to be very genuine. And I know people whose managers do everything for them when it comes to social media. So I did not want him to take control of that. And he did it. And he hasn't. He'll text me all the time and ask me, hey, can we put this on your Facebook? Or can you put this on your Instagram? Or, you know, he'll just double check with me as far as that goes. And that's just his overall management style. With me being in school, I tell him I got these 2 weeks before the semester starts. When the semester ends and during the summertime, you want to go through my emails, start booking gigs, you can do that.
Go through my emails.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah.
Definitely. You know, me personally, Denison, I never really stopped through Denison. You know, I've always driven through. And there's a lot of family up here, you know, from Denison. And like, what yeah, what's on the other end of Denison?
The casino. the casino.
Right.
Talk.
Yeah. No, for real. Man, what is the entertainment business out there like, you know, for you know, kids that, you know, everyone aspires to be something greater. And you have your major markets, Houston, Dallas, you know, Miami, LA, whatever. And when you're coming at a spot like that, what are the entertainment outlets as far as to what can you do to say, okay, I'm gonna make music, I'm gonna go record, and then what?
Well, that's the thing. Like, our company is basically based here in Dallas.
Yeah.
So I can't really say, you know, when I think about like who consuming music or who doing whatever, you know, I just look at numbers. I look at the numbers on everything. I'm a real analytical dude, so I look at the numbers. And what the numbers tell me, that's pretty much what I go with.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't lie.
I know it's a need, like in Dallas. This is my thing with Dallas. It's a need. It's a good culture. It's a good hip hop culture in Dallas, and it's a need. And we're trying to stop the point of where artists come through Dallas and just get a bag and leave. We're trying to make sure that they come here, stop, and work with some of these other artists that's out here that we got a lot more to offer. That they stop at some of my outlets like Reallyfe, Street Star, that, you know, don't just pass through. You know, that's what I think about it, trying to build the whole culture.
And man, what are some of the trials that you go through with, you know, managing artists, managing, you know, the company, and kind of, you know, roadblocks you probably, you know, come against?
Expectations.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How come I'm not number one on K104 yet, man? What's going on?
Expectations is the biggest thing. I think the biggest roadblock is expectations. And people understand that, you know, you may manage an artist, but I can't tell this man what to do or what that man what to do. These are grown people. You know, these are grown women, these are grown men. I can't be like, don't do this or don't say that or don't do this. You know, I can give the best advice to your coach, and a lot of people, they think that the manager controls everything. Oh, he's the reason why the artist is acting like this and don't want to work with me, so I don't like him too. You know, that's, you know, that part. I think that's the roadblock. And just, you know, basically, you know, the number one roadblock is trying to get my artists on, and the number one thing is, do you got money or what they got to offer?
Another question for the artists. Anyone of y'all could answer, man. I'm just curious as far as what you feel personally is an investment to try to make it in this game. Like how much you feel like maybe a year you have to invest into being an artist to make this thing kind of pop. And I got a follow-up question.
Man, it really depends on how much music you plan on releasing. You're gonna need, I mean, like, with the visual and promotion, you looking at least $1,200-$1,300 a single.
Off top. Coach K, they had a Revolt Summit where 2 Chainz was speaking to Coach K, and he says to get a song on the radio, it costs $200,000 to get a song and have it push on the radio. Which I personally didn't know that. I'm like, damn, I thought it was just, you put it out there and people like it and it's in demand and it goes. Like, nah, to get it syndicated, that's the price behind that. Did y'all have that knowledge, or do y'all get that knowledge?
With the whole radio thing, this is the thing. People, you can't put a number on that radio. So that's what I think. It costs for the radio. In my experience in dealing with it and dealing with different things, I say 20 racks in a good track will get you started, because 20 racks will get you in the right market, and if that track is good enough, it may can carry you. I feel like if that 20 racks and a good hit is not carrying you, then that hit's not it.
20 racks is not that easy to come by. 200 ain't at all, but 20 is definitely, it's doable. But so what would you say to the artists who, they trying to build for themselves and they just need a stepping stone or somewhere to start, a square one? What do you think a good amount of money to come with to start, just to get the ball rolling?
First thing I do is I don't even think about the money, like telling the artist first. First thing I do is I look at them.
You look at them?
I look at them.
Real shit.
I look at them and I say, what's my first thought when I see them? That first thought when you see them is going to tell you everything.
Man, expound upon that, because a lot of, and I be telling a lot of cats this, that your appearance has so much to do with you being marketable, and they don't understand it because they just like, even if you have money, if you don't look like nothing, then nobody gonna want to, because the individual listening to you, they have to want to be you in a certain aspect, and if they look at you and they don't see they self in you, then, especially if you dusty, like, you know what I'm saying? Don't be dusty.
One of the dopest artists I ever met is a bum.
Yeah. Oh, damn, that's some real shit. Now, I ain't gonna lie, one thing I took away from that, Tekashi doing all that snitching, was him saying he was just working at some restaurant, and it took, I forgot who it was, but one of the niggas just pulled up and said, you look like you should be a rapper. Like, do you rap? He like, nope. You look like you should rap. And he's like, let me go put a track down. And 2 years later, millionaire status. So sometimes, you could, even as a manager, he's like, man, I see him as a rapper. I could make him hot. And speaking on that, I think it's Atlantic who signed Cardi B, or I forgot, whatever company signed Cardi B, but that's the same company that signed Bad Baby, whatever, the Catch Me Outside girl, where some of these management companies are going after artists that already have a following, that already went viral, and they're just trying to control, the hurricane, basically. What are your thoughts on that as far as looking for, they may not have the talent, but they're marketable because they already have a following?
That's the thing. Nobody's signing artists. Like, the days of my track so hot, somebody gonna sign me, that's over with. I hate to say it, and I'm not trying to crush anybody's spirit. So it's all about building your brand and building your following. You got to have something to go in there with. Like, because the labels, that's what they're looking at. They're looking at your following. Also, it gives you more bargaining power when you get to the table. You don't have to accept this because you know your power, Like, real cap, I don't, just sitting there, but, I know this, I can tell people, how many times have you pushed the paperwork back?
And which comes to, when you just spoke on that paperwork, when it comes to signing deals and people reaching out to them for deals, it was I think it was Go Yayo who have a story as far as he's supposed to sign a QC or something, and maybe Say Cheese told him not to do it or something. What should an artist take the first deal that could possibly change his life? You know what I'm saying? As far as, it's normally money they throw at you, they know that you haven't seen. They do their research on you. They know you haven't seen this kind of money, so they're gonna offer you an amount that they feel you'll take that could change your life, but they'll control you. What are your thoughts on that as far as getting an offer and knowing your worth?
It depends on if the artist is where you at. The artist got to know his worth. If you're not that big, that deal may be great for you. I don't think a lot of these deals are actually bad. I just think it's the artists, when they get in these deals, they mismanaging the money.
Yeah, Uzi Vert was like, I'm slaved in my deal, and he didn't think he was gonna be, you know, where he is, and like, damn, I'm not getting paid like I'm supposed to, and I'm a star out here, but you know, you're right, know your worth.
He gave up creativity. See, he would be okay because he came in the game with the fan base and everything before they signed him. But he took that first deal and he didn't bargain with his creativity. So that's why he feels like a slave, because he can't drop when he wants to. This song he may like, you know, some people that don't even care about rap say they don't like it, you know. So he lost his creativity. So that's the thing about signing these deals. What are you signing? You know, I'm not gonna say a deal is bad or good. Like you tell people, if you ain't reading the paperwork, then you don't know what, you know, you don't know what that deal entails.
And I want to hear from artists too. As far as signing a 360 deal, where they not only own most of your music, but also whatever you do, you write a book, they own that. You go your appearance, you make a doll, they own some of that. What are your thoughts on 360 deals, and how does that help and hurt? You know what I'm saying? How does that help and hurt? So now we don't know nothing about no 360 deals, goddamn, around here, man. We don't fuck with them. What, Courtney?
Well, I can elaborate on a couple of situations, and I hate to bring this up. All right, so American Idol turned it down. America's Got Talent turned it down. What's the other one? The Voice turned it down. Just turned down Making the Band, the new one they're about to make, turned it down. So that's what I say. How strong are you with pushing the paperwork back? You know, because this is the thing. I thought it was a cool deal, you know, and me and my counterpart, we thought it was a cool deal, but when we peeled back the onion and got to looking at it, like, okay, let's say I go on American Idol, I go on The Voice. If I don't win and I still blow up, they still own you. Like, and that's the part. And not everybody's going to be strong enough to walk out of that. Now, I'm not going to say, lucky, I'm not going to lie, just was dealing with the artist that was strong enough to push that paperwork back.
Now, being in management, you have to deal with a multitude of different personalities. And, you have to sometimes you might have to deal with people's problems. How do you adjust to doing that and being the person that has their own family and their own issues?
Well, the number one thing is you can't manage an artist if y'all don't vibe. It's like you're a coach. You're not just a manager managing his career. You're managing actually the brand. That's, and that's what a lot of people need to understand. You're not managing the music. You're managing his brand. So you got a lot to protect there. You got to provide a lot, whether it's financial advice, life advice. You the coach. You they best get in the game. You cheering them on.
It's crazy when you commit a crime and you call your management team first before you. What do I do? Damn, fuck, I ain't calling a lawyer nothing
That's
first.
what happens. I'm not gonna lie.
Real shit. Now you mentioned that vibing and with the crew, so we got everybody here. How often do y'all get into situations where all y'all are together like this? You know what I'm saying, and doing whatever y'all need to do to team building or whatever. You know what I'm saying, whatever it is.
Well, not all the time, because even like right now, not everybody's here.
Yeah, I say that. I'm sure there's more.
Like we missing Johnny Real, Fat Mac.
Shout out Johnny Real and Fat Mac.
We missing a couple, Ricochet. We missing Ricochet.
Shout out Ricochet.
So, yeah, we missing a couple counterparts. Ricochet, shout out to Ricochet. He actually got a surgery in the morning or whatnot.
Oh, definitely. Praise.
Yeah, but, like dealing with this, somebody asked me that, like, how you deal with the artists or whatnot. I just try to treat each one individually. Even though they're a group and everybody has their own thing, I treat them individually. Because, like, K-Wop, he got a label and he got a lot of stuff that he's working on. He has a label. Paint has a label, So it's different counterparts. We all a team and we all support each other. But, when I'm dealing with it, I am dealing with him on a one-on-one basis. I don't want to base a lot of his stuff on anybody else, because that's not, it's not what type of ball game it is.
Definitely. And even when it comes to, having a manager and having knowledge, do you feel like you're constantly attaining knowledge about this business, or do you look to others to kind of gain more knowledge as far as things you may not know?
Yeah, I have some good mentors. Plus, I'm not going to lie. I'm the dude that pays. I'm one of those dudes that go to all those seminars and sit there and watch it. You know, yeah, I did all the A3Cs. I don't go to the show. I go to the conferences. I sit in all the conferences. So yeah, I'm that dude. So I think, you know, it may not even pertain to the music business. It may pertain to something else. But, you know, education is a big key, and then you have to have mentors. And I got mentors in this game as well. And there's some higher ups that, you know, I can call, and, you know, they're pretty well known, but, you know, they'll take a call from me.
Definitely. And you put together a pretty dope event, man. That of course we were able to be a part of on the behind the boards. Tell us about that. What was the concept about that, and as far as how it came together and how it turned out for you?
Behind the Boards was an event that we want to highlight the people that are behind the scenes in the entertainment business. The producers, the videographers, the hosts, the DJs, you know, the engineers, everybody. So we created this event where we was trying to get everyone in the city there. We had some dope names. There was a lot of people in the city. But we wanted to get the artists in there because a lot of times these artists, they don't get a chance to meet you guys or shake this guy's hand or talk to this guy. But it's about putting everybody in the same room and being able to talk to these people that you really just see them on social media, but now we're in the same room. Now we're discussing projects. Now we're working on projects. And it's about bringing the music community and the entertainment community in Dallas all together so we can collaborate.
And like I said, the event was successful. You know, a lot of knowledge was spilled out. When you see that and you see artists that you know, hey, you should be mingling, and they're not mingling and they're kind of timid. Like, what are your thoughts on that? As you know, like as a manager, saying, man, this is your chance, and you know.
Well, that's the thing. If an artist is not getting out there trying to meet hands, shake hands, and meet and greet people, because people go by what they seen or what they, you know. If you're an artist and it's a mover and shaker in the industry around Dallas, and they keep seeing you, you keep introducing yourself, you putting your name out there and you building your brand. But sitting back and, like, you know, just putting out music and thinking that, you know, you're gonna meet somebody or somebody's gonna hear it or your manager's gonna do your work, no, that's not the play.
That is not the play. That is not the play. This is another question for the artists, man. What are your thoughts on open mics? When someone calls you up and say, hey, we got an open mic for you, just come, you know, there ain't no pay involved. We just want you to come, put you on a list of other artists. You know, it's going to be a dope event. What are your thoughts on that?
See, me personally, I look at that as another opportunity. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's just like every time Beeman hit me up, hey, you want to do this? Yeah, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? I look at that as an opportunity to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Are you the kind, you know, they put you, because you can never control the order with those, and they put you on last or either first, and ain't nobody really quite there yet. What's your moves on that?
I mean, really, I'm gonna shoot all the way straight with you. Like, me personally, like, it really don't bother me. You know, so I just came home like 8 months ago. I just did 10 years.
Oh, blessings, man.
So,
Blessings.
I'm enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like I say, from the beginning, it's an opportunity. It's a blessing to me. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I've been
definitely.
behind closed doors, behind sales, writing this on paper. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to let the word hear it now. So
Yeah,
take
nah.
it and run with it.
I always tell cats, I'm like, even if you do an open mic and whether you go first, whether there's just two people in the crowd, just get you a videographer. Have them record you and record some shit later and mix it up, make it look dope, put it out there like it was lit. You know what I'm saying? Still put on a great show. Like, that bitch was fire, you know what I'm saying? I see people missing those opportunities. Like, why don't you have a video guy here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Yeah, right. Now, speaking of, and you could get us back to Courtney in regards. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, you know, of course, you know, you're making moves. You came to Real Life to holler at us and stuff like that. What is, you know, music is only one part of it as far as the talent. It's a lot of, you know, it's a lot of visual now. It's a lot of knowing the person, a lot of branding and individual. What are your thoughts on that as far as, you know, just this being a visual game? Because people want to know about the artist's day-to-day activities now, you know, it seems.
Well, this is a day of social media, so things have changed. Artists got to be able to see you and react to you. Once they see you, they can relate. So visual is a big part of it. You have to be visual. Now, I'm not saying you have to put out a video to every project or everything you do, but you got to be some way visual and interacting with those fans.
Big facts, big facts. when it comes to a week-to-week basis, what is your goal as far as for sidebar management, as far as per week? I mean, is it a certain criteria you want to meet, like a quota of like, hey, we're gonna do this many shows or this many songs in the studio? We're gonna, promote this many times on social media. Like, what's your personal like idea or goal or agenda, like week by week or month by month with sidebar?
Well, the overall goal for me right now, what I focus on the most is numbers. So I'm one of those dudes, I have a chart and I line up all the artists and I look at their numbers. And my goal is to make those numbers pop, whether it's new followers, new fans. So if you study those numbers, which I'm sure you do, I make sure that those numbers is green. I don't see anything going down. I want everything in green going up. New fans, new followers is the main thing.
Is there any tactics that you haven't tapped into yet that you plan on kind of running, or?
It's a lot. I'm a trial and error guy. I lost a lot of money, trial and error, so I'm a trial and error guy. I'm very technical. As you know, I got a lot of skills. I possess a lot of skills, a lot of skills. But and that cuts down a lot of stuff. So yeah, man, I'm always trying stuff. I'm always writing new algorithms. I code. So yeah, right now I'm battling the Instagram algorithm game. I got some dope stuff going right now.
Would you say there's a cheat code in this game, man, just to push somebody to the top?
Hell no. No, where's it at?
Up, down.
I think it's a cheat code. I think you got to have the right product and the right amount of money. Because I done seen it. I done seen boys with 100 racks just.
Hey, I'm with you there. I've seen some dudes with some money, but they fall off.
Facts.
So, you still gotta, after you pop, you still gotta retain them and keep going. That's why, and I was talking to someone about this about with booking. We were breaking down booking. And I explained to them, a lot of these artists that you see online, especially these young artists, you would see them and you would thinking it's dope. You go to a show and there's 3 people there. And I know I booked them. We done lost our money on these dudes. I booked them. Legends is where it's at. I'm going to be honest. That's what I see. And if you look at legends like Twista, Scarface, Howard Hewitt, Anita Baker, they just a for sure thing. And then you think about what is it that they have. They have the ability to make a person come up out their house, play in the evening, buy a ticket, and watch them.
Yeah. That's real. And, do you feel, I don't know, is there legends right now? Yeah, there's legends. I guess we got legends. Right? Yeah, there's legends. There's legends. One thing I would love to see, man, is, fuck is that? One thing I would like to see, man, is, Sidebar TV, man. I would love to see, a day-to-day, collaborative effort with all you guys, man, just on some, I would just tune in to see what each of y'all are doing individually, man. You know what I'm saying? That might need to be on the works, man, because I would love just to check in and see what everyone is doing in one place instead of having to, individually, see this. I would love, something like that. And honestly, the game be going in scenarios like that. So, yeah.
Thing about it is we work on collaborative projects, and a lot of people don't know, besides because they look at the music, and we do so much outside of music. To be honest, we get our bag from the medical industry, and that's crazy.
That's what's up.
We do the marketing and advertising for them.
That's what's up.
But yeah, a TV thing is something we have been working for. I have had a couple of people pitch it to me. You probably know the one studio out there in Frisco. The guy his dad gave him all the money. Yeah, they tried to talk me into coming out there. But yeah, it's a project. I would like the television station. I remember the Flavor TV.
Yeah.
Tried to work on some stuff like that with a couple of dudes. It went south. That's another story.
That's how you got the name Buckshot.
Yeah, it went south. But yeah, maybe so. You may see it.
Okay, definitely. Individual, I want to go by and just have everyone touch on the projects they got out. You know what I'm saying? Just what music they pumping right now, what singles they pumping or whatever.
Yeah, man. I just did video to one of my singles finna drop soon on E. Yeah, it's coming out real nice. I think it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a hit. So I'm looking forward to that.
You get any feedback on that yet, as far as just the song itself?
I mean, yeah, I've been getting a lot of feedback, like from people I fuck with, like on a day-to-day basis, because I ain't just put it out there like that yet. But you know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna say my music fire, because I feel like every one of my songs is good. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let the world be the judge of that. I like it though. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah, I just released a single in August called Big Boy Shit. And I just released another single earlier this month featuring my man Paint called Who You Fucking With. Like, they riding it that overseas. It's bumping in like 15, 20 different countries.
Oh, that's what niggas forget about, that overseas bag, man. That's, niggas love our shit over there, man.
Man, I've been silently working on a little album, man. I still got a couple songs to do, but in the meantime, I dropped a single called Pressure and Pain some months back, and I've been really trying to let that do what it do. I'm still behind on some of the things as far as pushing that song. And I also got a song I've been kind of sleeping on that I want to release this month with Booby Black from BWA.
Yeah.
I did it a while back. I just been trying to critique it and get it the way it's supposed to be. So we've been to do the visuals and all that to that. That's pretty much it, man. I ain't got no release date on that album, or no name. So.
That's all about to ask. You got a name for it yet?
Nah.
It'll come to you in a dream.
Huh?
It'll come to you in a dream.
Yeah.
I'm Paint. I got a single out with my partner Wop, K-Wop, and Who You Fucking With, like you mentioned. We also should have a little album coming soon. And I got my new single, my first single. It dropped October the 4th. It's called Nobody. And it'll be on all platforms, and that bitch ride. And
yeah. Yeah.
The
way he said that hoe, you know the whole ride.
Yeah. And before the year over, I'll probably have a whole album put together. Just a couple more jams I'm gonna put together. Then I have an album released sometime this year. So
real quick, I gotta ask you, what are your thoughts on that as far as pushing out just nothing but singles, or having to put an album out? Because the game has changed.
Yeah, see, I'm taking advice. All my partners right here, they got albums out, they got singles out. You know what I'm saying? And Buck been doing this, so I take advice. I'm always listening, and I ain't got nothing out. I got a few features. I got one feature on his last album, and I got a few features on my partner K-Wop last album. But besides that, I don't got nothing. So I wanted to come in the game with at least a little hot single before I come in with a whole project. Ain't nobody heard. I want them to listen to a whole project. They don't even know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just feel like I'll drop a hot single, something live, and at least get their ear and have them waiting on, you know what I'm saying?
Bet.
Give them an appetizer, that's it.
He said that bitch ride. All right.
That bitch ride.
I don't have anything out.
Oh, what the hell?
I'm just a cover artist.
No, for real. Just, your YouTube is jumping, man. Yeah, what you doing is
Probably
jumping.
on YouTube.
I just dropped one of my new singles yesterday. It's titled Golden, and it's on all music platforms under Golden Ego, Golden. And I'm feeling it. It surprises me that a lot of dudes are really vibing to it. I mean, some told me to go hard. I know the females feel me, but for the dudes to really, give me some good critique on it, I'm just like, okay, also dropped a little promo visual for it yesterday as well, so they can go check it out on my Facebook fan page, Golden Ego, and my Instagram, Golden_Ego.
Definitely dope. And lastly, Courtney, we're about to close out 2019. We're going into the fourth quarter. What is your goal for Sidebar Management for ending out 2019 and going into 2020?
I want Sidebar Management to be known. I don't care. If you come through this city, I want you to know about Sidebar Management. If you want to get some booking or some services or connect us, I want you to run through Sidebar Management. Matter of fact, we throwing a New Year's Eve party too. Ladies free, females free. Trying to have all the industry. It's going to be an industry-based New Year's Eve party. So definitely gonna be touching up on that.
You think we should make the DFW a no-fly zone? No-fly zone. Gotta check in.
Okay, so this is my thing. In order to create a no-fly zone, you got to have some kind of aura or somebody just that much for you, right? All the people in Dallas that you just known by name that you feared, they gone, dead or locked up. You know, it's some strong dudes out there, but they don't want to be out there like that. You know, there's some dudes out there, but they don't want to be out there to be known to be checking nobody. You know, they don't want to be a part of that. I think Dallas need to be don't just come through here and get your bag zone.
They're definitely doing that.
Man,
they just come to get the bag and leave. They don't even do what they're supposed to do when they they just get here, get that bag, and just
I
go to the
booked
gallery.
a lot of artists, so I listen to a lot of stuff. And man, I done heard some artists straight up, man, I'm just coming here to get my bag. Oh, I'm here. This is sweet. Oh, watch me get my 4-5 sweet. And I sit there and watch them. I can't even argue. And it be dudes
crazy.
I be knowing. I mean, like, this is what I think. It'd be a lot stronger if the artists in Dallas who do got a name, you know, and I'm not saying everybody like this, but if you know it's a lot of groupieism going. So when a big name artist come here, you not chilling with them and trying to coordinate no collaborative effort, you being a groupie.
Facts. Got any shout outs?
Man, shout out to my team, man. More than everything, shout out to all the artists that's not here. Shout out to my North Town, man, Denison. Love it to death. Sherman. Yep. Free Black, Free Mercs. Slow. Free Fat Mac. Yeah, man. That's it, man. Shout out to Dallas. Shout out to the city. I love Dallas. I love the DFW area.
And if anybody want to get in contact with you for any type of services or anything like that, how would they be able to do that?
Yeah, you can contact me if you need any kind of any custom coding, web design, any networking problem. When I say networking, I mean big networking problem, not you're out in your house. Any networking, any marketing. You need models, booking. You want to holler at me about booking? Shows. You want to get on shows? Holler at me about shows. Or if you just need us to put together a dope event for you, just holler at us. We do that too.
Amen, amen. Sidebar management, man. It's a lot of big things popping. Everybody you see right now, you're going to be seeing them soon doing their own thing, bigger and better, man. 2020 is going to be a good year for Sidebar. And you all realize Street Star, brother. Hey, we need you to put some shit together for us because we don't know what the fuck we doing over here, brother.
I got you, man. I got you, man.
We definitely need some management. We're going to talk. Yes, sir.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Stars, nigga. Move. Hey.